Cookie here from the Woodpile. This spring we're having an upgrade to the shop. It's the addition of a CNC machine. It's going to be the OneFinity Journeyman, which is a 32-inch by 48-inch cutting area. Now that CNC is going to go right here where this current spray system is. I'll have to find a place to put all of this equipment. But basically the CNC will be on a movable workstation. The table for the CNC has to be about 6 feet by 4.5 feet. And that's to accommodate both the equipment and then the associated controller and other stuff that goes with the CNC. It also has to be big enough to allow the machine to be encapsulated with a dust enclosure. I'm going to run dust collection over from my current dust collection system. I'll run an overhead here and I'll drop it down. I'll bring in power the same way. So it'll be a drop down and the table will be movable. And that table has to be portable and easily movable because I still have to access my table saw for large sheets. An 8-footer can just drop in right about here and then slide in. With a big dust enclosure on the CNC, I have to have the portability to allow me to still feed those sheets in. One of the other issues I have to do is move this workstation for sanding. I have a spindle sander and a disc sander. What I'm going to do is take them off this cabinet here. I'll get rid of this cabinet. And I'm going to build a small workstation for these two machines, and I'll put it up against the wall there over by my small bandsaw. This belt sander is going to have to be rotated 90 degrees, and then it'll be cozy up beside the joiner, which will really increase the amount of workspace that I have in this area. I'll give you a short tour of the shop. I have a previous video on it, but it'll give you a bit of an idea of what the layout is and then where I'm going to move some of the equipment. Just a quick shop tour. When you first come in my shop, I have a tool chest, bandsaw, that's the Laguna, 18-inch. And then I swing over to my workstation with my long workbench, and that includes a planer from DeWalt and the Hitachi 12-inch miter saw down in the corner. You can see in the front of the picture here, it's my table saw. That's a Magnum 10-inch with a runout table. Here's a little more close-up of the planer sliding down to the Hitachi miter saw. In the corner is my Gorilla dust collector. It's a 3 horsepower machine, and it'll provide pretty good suction to 2 pieces of equipment at once. Sliding further over, you can see in the little alcove there where the windows are, that's where my Vicmark lathe is. Backing up, here's my Hitachi miter saw. And in the corner I have my sharpening systems. There's a Tormac under that tarp. And then I have a CBN set of wheels here on a general bench grinder. Here's the Vicmark lathe here. Going past the lathe, I've got wood storage, and then a set of clamps, and a small bandsaw. I usually have a 1/4 inch or 3/8 blade in there. It allows me to do a little bit of contouring. More storage above the doors. And this is a place that most people don't realize. They have actual storage above their garage doors. Cannot be accessed when the door is open, but that's not usually a problem. This is the sanding station I'm going to relocate. So there's my spindle sander and then a disc sander right there. This big device right in the middle of the screen here, that's an oval turning mechanism that can go on my Vicmark and allows me to turn oval pieces. This is my Laguna 8-inch joiner, and then sliding over in this direction. This is a small 14-inch bandsaw with a riser block. I have a little machine shop metal lathe and then a drill press over there. There's a Jessom router lift on a Jessom table with a custom modification with some shelving and then dust collection for the router. And then here's my drum sander. It's from General. Swinging back this way, it's my Magnum 10-inch table saw with the runout table. I've incorporated a lot of the Craig equipment. I like the Craig hold downs. It gives you a lot of flexibility. I think when I get my new CNC machine, I'm going to rebuild this table, probably start from scratch, and I'll put in quite a lot more Craig hold down locations and just give myself a bit more flexibility in terms of my storage underneath. And this is the Magnum 10-inch table saw with some storage underneath the extended table. If there's a much more detailed look at my shop, I'll provide a link in the upper corner for a link to that video. But the next video you'll see from the WoodPile will be construction of the spindle sander and this sander workstation that will be replacing the current station I have over here right now. So stay tuned, thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.